Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I have got something exciting for you, an introduction to one of the most awesome test automation tools out there, Cypress. Now you might be wondering what sets Cypress apart from the rest. Well, let me tell you, it's not about being better than other tools. I'm not here trying to compare other tools. It's about having a unique concept that makes it stand out. In this tutorial, I will walk you through the basics of Cypress and why it's gaining so much popularity among developers and testers alike. We will install and set up Cypress together. Hold on tight because this is going to be a game changer. So what exactly is Cypress? It's a test automation tool similar to Selenium WebDriver, PyTest, Lambda Test, Test.io, and many other tools out there. The best part, it's open source, which means it's completely free to use. No hidden cost, no subscriptions to worry about. Cypress was crafted by front-end developers for front-end developers. But hey, don't worry, automation engineers can benefit from it too. It's a wonderful tool for test automation, and trust me, you'll love it too. Cypress is built using JavaScript, which makes it incredibly natural for front-end devs to pick up quickly. It's all about empowering developers to write efficient tests without any fuss. But wait, it's not about replacing other automation tools either. It's about being the best at what it does. Test automation done right. In a nutshell, Cypress is fast, reliable, and excels in cross-browser testing. Though it currently supports Chrome, Firefox, Edge, and Electron browser, it's continuously evolving, so expect more browser support in the future. Cypress is taking the testing world by storm. As of July 23, it boasts a whopping 44K stars on its Git repo, and its user base is growing at a lightning speed. In my next video, I will dive into all the incredible features, pros and drawbacks of Cypress. I promise you will be blown away by what this tool can do. But first, let's get started. Installing Cypress is easy. You will see it's a piece of cake. Thanks for joining me today, and if you are as excited about Cypress as I am, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more amazing content. Now let's dive into the world of Cypress. Welcome back everyone. So in this video we're going to set up Cypress and try to run some simple commands. So here are the installation prerequisites. We need Node.js, npm, and your favorite IDE. Download Node.js if you don't have it. You can simply go to Node.js website, search for download Node.js. This is the official website, and choose your platform, whatever you are using, and that should do. When you're done with that, open terminal. So I just open my Mac terminal here. First, let's check our Node version. To do that, type Node version. So I have version 16. I think the current version is version 18, but it should be good. It should be stable. So for IDE, I'm going to be using Visual Studio Code. This is my favorite IDE and has excellent support for JavaScript. But you can also use other IDEs, that's fine, but it'll be easier to follow along if you use Visual Studio Code. The setting up process I'm showing should work in Windows, Mac, and Linux platforms. And we need to navigate or create a test folder, right? So I'm on my documents just to check where you at. If you do pwd, so I'm on my documents. So wherever you want to keep it, it could be desktop for you or any other folder you like. What I'm going to do, I'm going to create a folder here, mkdir. So I'm going to name it app coders test. So this is the application we're going to be testing. So hit enter, and we should have our folder. So I'm going to go into the folder cd. Okay, so if we do ls, it's nothing here, it's empty. I'm going to clear my screen. So I am in my test folder, app coders test, right? So this is all our test will reside. So we need to find your test. It should be here. So now I'm going to go to Visual Studio Code and open the folder. So here you go. Open. Close this. Open this. So my folder is empty right now. I didn't create any files yet, right? First thing first, let's create a package.json file. So to do that, click on terminal, new terminal. Is cutting off, I think, on my terminal, new terminal. So it will open up terminal here. So basically we are in the same folder, app coders test. We should be able to do the same thing here, pwd, and there it should show you where we at, right? So now what we're going to do here, we're going to create package.json file. So to do that, simply click on this new file and we're going to name it package.json. Enter. So after doing that, we're going to come back to the terminal and type in npm init-y. Hit enter. It's going to install some stuff, and voila, here we have our package.json. So what it does, this initiates the folder to be ready for npm commands. npm is JavaScript package manager. It's similar to in Java we have Maven. So npm comes built in with JS, so you don't have to install it separately. It has many thousands of packages in it available for installation. We'll be using npm to install Cypress. This is just another package inside the npm repository. Now the question is, why we need package.json, the file we just created? npm need to identify, better word would be register the fact that Cypress is installed in our system or test folder. And it does it inside the package.json file. This is why we need the package.json. When we run npm install Cypress, it will be locally, meaning it will install it inside the folder we created. So now go back to our terminal, clear everything. I'm going to run a command called npm install Cypress. There are multiple ways you can do it. You can assign a version if you want. Example, let's say version 12, version whatever is out there right now. Or if you want, you can also do, if you want to flag it to some kind of like dev, you want to have dev dependency, you can also flag that Cypress save dev, something like that. But for our sake, I'm just going to leave it npm install Cypress, press enter, and it's going to do all the work, right? The first time you're running it, it might take a few minutes. There are other ways you can download. I'm going to leave it alone for right now and let the magic begin. So I'm going to come back when the installation is done. So our installation is done. So to run a package command locally, we need to use npx. So I'm going to clear my screen again. npx Cypress open. So I'm running Cypress. We don't have anything yet, but this will create necessary folders we need. So to do that, run this command and press enter, and it flagged me saying it looked like this is your first time using Cypress. So it opened up this window. So I'm going to continue. I'm using it for end-to-end testing. I'm going to hit continue. So for now, I'm going to start end-to-end testing with Chrome. So I'm going to close this for now and go back to our Visual Studio Code. All right, now let's look at what it created for us. We have our app coders folder, then inside that we have this Cypress folder, Then inside we have this end-to-end folder. Basically this is our test folder. This is where we're going to have all our tests. It used to be integration folder, but they recently changed it to end-to-end, and these are all example folders. So in end-to-end, I'm going to create a new file, or you can just click here and then add a new file. We're going to name it to appcoders.js. appcoders.cy.js. So basically this is the convention we have to follow. So now it opens up this file. For now, ignore rest of the files. In future, as we build the framework, we'll go over all these files. And we really don't need the advanced examples. It's confusing at time, but for now I'll keep it. So our goal is to run our first test. First we need to look at the application under test. So I'm going to bring up the application under test. It's appcoders.com. It's a basic website. They provide services. It is a simple application for us to just navigate and maybe click on few things. It'll be a good practice. There's a pop-up, there's a contact form, and a few other things. Not too complicated, but enough to do few things. I'm going to close this and back to our file. So we're ready to write our first test. To write a test, we write the test inside the eight parentheses should navigate to homepage. Right now I'm just giving a meaningful name. Basically this is a test name, comma, parentheses, equal sign, a call function. This is what is called equal sign and right arrow. I'm going to go over this function later, but let's try to run our first test. Curly braces, and here we go into our test. So cy.visit. So here we're going to give the URL https://appcoders.com, and we should be good to go. Save it, Command S, Control S on Windows. Now let the magic begin. I'm going to come here, clear my screen, and run npx cypress open. Enter. This opens up this window. So in the first time, this is going to choose end-to-end testing, Chrome browser. So the Xpacks should have our test here. So if you need to go all the way at the bottom, this is why I was saying to clean up this. So spec all the way at the bottom, click on it, and it's loading our test. And as you can see, this is really cool. This is really awesome. It's running the test, it's running the application on the right, and commands on the left side. And this is just crazily awesome. And it went to the site, it navigated to the site. Honestly, this is not really a test, valid test in a sense, because we're not verifying much here. But it's just something to navigating to the site. So I'm going to close this. Our test passed. Let me scroll, change it a little bit to the right. So if you want to know the project structure, Then go to settings, project settings, Cypress / end-to-end, and basically this is the convention I was talking about earlier. So we'll go to with our first test, and we'll go to the next step. I'm going to do a few things here. What I should have done before, set up for autocomplete. So as I was typing earlier, the it function and all of it wasn't really auto-completing. So now let's do it. So set up for autocomplete. Let's go top of the page and then enter to give some space, then / reference types equal to quotation Cypress and close the bracket. That's it. Command S, save it, Control S on Windows. So when next time we try to type something, it will autocomplete for us. And also if you hover over the Sci or any other references, it should give us the documentation for it. So this is really awesome. So actually let's go over this line, what it does. Let's go over the it function. The it function accepts two parameters, right? This is one parameter, should navigate to home page, and a function with a test code, basically the arrow function. So it's same as writing as function then parentheses. So we can write it either way, basically. Function open and closing parentheses. So it's the same thing what I had before. I think the arrow function is much cleaner. Save it again. So now if we hover over here, we can see all the commands, references, documentation, libraries. This is it for this video. I just want us to run a simple Cypress test, basically install it, go over the basics of Cypress, and then show you guys how easy it is to set up and run a simple test. Hope you're enjoying these videos and learning. Let me know if you have any issues installing, and reach out to me. Windows might be a bit different on initially setting up, like the path variable and all that, but you should be able to find another video explaining that, right? In future, we're going to organize our test. We'll slowly start building a framework. Example, the first test we have, it's inside a it function, but as we have more tests, of course we cannot leave it like this, right? So we'll slowly start building up a framework. We'll have like a describe function, and inside the describe function we'll have it function, right? And then that way we can organize our test. So slowly we'll get into the advanced features. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and hit the bell icon for future notifications. Happy testing.